My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Dark Harvest. And this movie was supposed to come out last September, and then it just didn't. And I was very curious to see what happened to this movie. And then a few weeks ago, they just announced a new release date of October 13th. And I'm like, that's very soon. Like, that doesn't show much confidence in this movie. The thing is that there's been whispers of this movie actually being amazing. There are some people who love it. There are some people calling this movie a cult classic in the making. So I just thought to myself, is this going to be another Cobweb, another Malignant? Like, could we get something of that quality here? And unfortunately not. I wanted to love this movie. You know how much I love horror, but this movie was just as underwhelming as they come. But let's begin talking about what I did like, and I do like the overall atmosphere of this movie. It feels very spooky. I like the setting of the crop fields. And I also like the look of the creature. Really well done. There are some nice visuals, and some of the cast does a decent job. Uh, Emily Crutchfield, I thought, gave a fine performance. Jeremy Davies, I thought, gave a fine performance. Dr. Daniel Faraday from Lost, by the way. Elizabeth Rialzo, I thought, gave the best performance in the movie. It's very off-putting in the best of ways. And then we've got Luke Colby, who I love in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And I thought he was so flat here. And then we get to the biggest issue of the movie. And it's Casey Likes. Better name would have been Casey Likes, because this was bad. I think if this movie had someone more charismatic in the leading role, that could have elevated this entire movie, but this performance is so dry and so boring, and it just feels like he's trying so hard the entire time, and at no point did I care for this character. At no point did I buy anything regarding him. Like, this friendship that forms between him and this girl just fell very flat for me. And then his entire character of missing his brother and being left in his shadow, I thought it was very unconvincing, and it's just, he brought a hollowness to this movie. He made it feel empty, and he took me out of it every opportunity. Like, I really think he's that bad here. And I don't want to sound mean, but it's a review, and I'm giving you my honest thoughts. Truly atrocious performance. And the entire premise of this movie, I never really bought into. Like, they kind of explain it at the start, but it's just so weird. But, like, it just, yeah, like, okay, like, basically, this town hunts this evil pumpkin head, and whoever kills him gets a nice prize, but if this evil pumpkin head creature dies, then people, like, eat the candy that's in him or whatever, and I don't know, there was just something about it that kept me at a distance. I found it difficult to engage with the movie. I never really bought into any of the rules. And I thought the directing by David Slade was very lackluster. Like I said, there are some nice shots here, but the editing was very messy and all over the place. And ultimately, I just found this movie to be very boring, very forgettable. It's never scary, it's never tense, it's never like an over-the-top fun movie. As different as this movie might sound, it still finds a way to feel very generic. And you're waiting for this grand reveal, and it's just not satisfying. And this movie also does something I hate. Like, the movie ends and it says directed by David Slade. So I turn off my TV like a normal person. But as I turn it off, I realize there's still more movie. So I have to turn it back on to see the rest of the movie. And it's like, why didn't you have this just as part of the movie? Like, if it's so dumb. Anyways, yeah, I wish I liked this, to be honest. I really do, but just very little worked for me. It's got a nice atmosphere, there's some nice shots, some decent performances, but the main one that this movie's relying on is so bad, and I thought the story was just lots of nonsense I was never able to buy into. I feel like this movie has the wrong tone. It feels generic, it's very boring, and it's just ultimately wasted potential. So I'll give Dark Harvest a 3 out of 10. Did you see Dark Harvest? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.